So are you excited about playing the Darwin Project?
Yeah, I just don't know how fun like a game about evolution is going to be, you know?
No, the Darwin Project, the game where it's 10 players and you get stuck and you fight.
Yeah, and then you have to evolve over thousands of years. It just seems like it's going to be a little slow, you know?
No! Hey everyone, welcome to GameGorgon. My name's Indigo.
And I'm Krug.
And today we're going to be talking about the Darwin Project, a game I've been, keeping my eye on.
And a game that I just learned about today and I'm now probably addicted to.
The Darwin Project was developed by Scavenger Studios and is available for early access as of March 9th, so you can actually go in and buy it right now.
The early access version of the game is going for $15 on Steam.
$15, little man.
It's pretty fun.
Just shut up, you're gonna die.
10 players, it's a snowy map, at least that's the map that's available right now. And it's very Hunger Games-y. There are certain zones, and the zones can get closed off, preventing you from going in without taking damage. There's scavenging for resources and tools to make your life easier. You can also use the materials to upgrade your weapon and your speed and your coat, because it's very cold.
Yes.
So you have to wear a coat.
Which kind of limits it to cold climate games, at least if that's going to be like...
Yeah, they could also switch the coat out for something else, like, a camel pack in a desert environment so that you can stay hydrated. Like, that bar can mean anything.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So when you load into the game, you load into a lobby with a bunch of other players. You can actually openly talk to anyone. There's in-game voice comms, which is really great. Proximity-based, obviously, for a game like this. There don't seem to be designated spawn points, and you definitely don't get to pick your spawn point. You start with an axe and with a bow and 10 arrows. 5 arrows.
And that's only if you start with the base arrows. You can change to have lightning or whatever arrows, and but you start with 0 if you choose any of the other type of arrows.
I played this game longer than Indigo and didn't realize that you could do that.
Yeah, you can actually kind of go into when you start the game, there's actually a couple of options. There's the dressing room, which is basically your character customization, which is very limited right now. It's just one character model, and you can change between colors.
Yeah, skin tone and then like color for your clothing and hair and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's not very fulfilling.
Yeah,
you can't even change your gender at this point.
Which they did say in the bottom that's coming soon.
Right.
There's only one map, one game mode, but there is 2 different modes within that one game.
Yeah,
that you
so
can play.
let's talk about that really quick. So there's the player mode where you're what's called a prisoner and you're loaded into the game and you fight the other prisoners, last man standing wins. There's also the game director mode.
Oh, hello there. I'm the show director.
Which I got the chance to play, and it is so fun. So basically you spawn in as a robot, like a deity.
When Abe Lincoln got fragged, I was there.
You have, no clip and everything, and you can just fly around the map. You can click to cycle back and forth between players.
As long as people have been fighting to death in the woods, crowds have gathered to watch.
And if you're spectating a player, you can speak to them individually. So like you're whispering in their ear and just tell them stuff. You can be like, hey, there's 4 guys north. If you want to go down or go up there, it's up to you. Like, you don't have to. And the players can talk back and they can say, oh man, I don't want to do that, but it would be really interesting for you as the spectator to watch, wouldn't it? And you're like, yeah, what will it take for you to go up there? Oh, what about just give me a quick heal? All right, you can close zones. You can heal players. You can give players a speed boost.
You can drop nukes.
You can drop nukes.
A game show host with nuclear weapons.
You can also drop technology.
You can drop technology, and technology is basically a resource that you use to craft the ability to use abilities. Wow, that was a really terrible way of saying that. Technology is a resource you use to gain charges of your special abilities, like you can go invisible, you can teleport, you can put up a barrier so that your opponent can't run too far away from you.
That's also things that the game director can give you as well.
Yeah, some of them. So you can do things like warm people up and give them an invulnerability shield, but you can't teleport them, you can't make them invisible. There's a lot of stuff you can do, but you can't just spam it all. You have a resource as the game director called AP, probably action points, and you can absolutely, as the game master, favor a specific player. Like, you can destroy the game. Like, it doesn't feel like it's in any way restrictive.
And not just favor a player, but you can also screw over a player.
You can screw over, yeah, Indigo got screwed over.
First of all, I'm in a zone by myself. I just looked at because there's ways that you can see other players.
Yeah.
There's
There's radars in the world. So
Yeah.
you have to find them and then you can see everyone.
So I saw that I was in an area by myself and I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna grab some resources, I'm gonna head out, right? And the zone I'm in, a piece of technology appears. So I'm like, oh, sweet, I'm by myself, there's technology, I'm gonna rock this. I start going towards the technology, and the game director closes my zone. So I have a minute to get out. So I'm like, crap. So I run out of the zone. I had 4 seconds to spare. I get out of that. I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm just going to look for resources in the zone. And then he drops a nuke on the zone I'm in, and then pops in and goes, oh, crap, I didn't realize that you were in that area.
The reason the game director was trying so hard to save Indigo's life and not just screw him over for no reason is because there's a rating system.
Yes.
At the end of every match, all the players rate the game director. And if you have a certain score, I think it's below a 2.5 out of 5 as the game director, you can't target players with your abilities.
Yeah, it's
so
just
you
zone.
have to nuke, lock zones, drop technology, but you can't speed boost, give invulnerability. I played the game director once, and I loved using the player targeting abilities because it was like there were only 3 players left. 2 of them were super duper strong and had full health, and 1 of them was weaker and had almost no health. And I clicked on him and I was like, bro, I need to tell you that you're super outgunned and outnumbered, and you're at low health, and they're both at full. And he's like, shoot. And I'm like, yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna heal you, or I'm gonna give you invulnerability when you see one of them. You can pick. And he picked heal me. And I healed him, and he won.
Nice.
And I was just like, that's why I love the game director thing.
Now, this is kind of where Krug and my opinion differ. You love the game, love where it's at, and are looking forward to it progressing and changing.
Definitely.
I feel that there needed to be just a little bit more before it to go on to early access.
Why don't you explain what's missing?
So right now, we've already discussed there's basically no character customization. It's just color changing. It's only one map. It's small. I just feel that you're going to get very bored of it very quickly. There's no reason to progress other than playing 5 matches and being able to be game director. Give me a reason. Like, why play this over another game that gives me rewards for continuing to play?
And your primary concern isn't like the state of the game, it's that they're charging money for it, right?
Yeah, it's that I think that if they were to have just a couple more things, like I don't even think that it's far off from early access. Like I think that there's just a couple more things that they needed to add. I feel that I'm paying the price of a Snickers bar, but I'm getting a fun size, you know, and it's like in hopes that fun size
will
is
grow into a full.
Yeah, exactly. You know
That's kind of where the analogy falls apart.
All right, guys, head down in the comments and let us know. Is this a game that you want to play? Is this something that like looks interesting to you? While you're down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and if you haven't already, hit the bell icon so you can get notifications every single time we post a new video.
Ding, ding, ding.
You can reach me on Twitter at IndigoQT.
And I'm Krug. You can get me at KrugQT on Twitter. You can also reach both of us at _QueueTimes. We have been GameGorgon. We will see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Hey, pew pew pew. Specifics of the game's mechanics, maybe?
You kill people.